My name is Callie Buxton. My first degree from UNT was public health. I finished that in May of 2020. Currently, I'm enrolled as an MBA in HR management student. I'll be done in August of 2021. And my current job is HR director at the Peak Group. We are a real estate investment company in Fort Worth. Originally, my degree was kinesiology, actually. I wanted to go to PA school and work in a hospital or an emergency room, something like that. I got about a year out from finishing and realized that the hospital life was probably not for me. I didn't want to wear scrubs every day. I didn't want to deal with blood and stuff like that all the time. So I was able to switch my degree to public health kind of at the last minute and get some of those business classes thrown in there so that I could work in a more business-oriented world. And that is what ultimately led me to starting my master's degree so that I could gain a more well-rounded business experience outside of the field. So I think the best thing that you can do, whatever you think that you want to do, either go do an internship in that or find somebody that does that. Ask them, what's a day in the life? How did you get to where you are right now? Because that is really what led me to realize that I didn't want to do what I thought I wanted to do. It wasn't the job that I thought I was getting into or the field that I was getting into. I started working more in a business-oriented field as opposed to health, and I realized, I really like this. I like the office 9 to 5 lifestyle. I like the routine. I like the day-to-day basics, and so just having even just a small amount of exposure is the best thing that you can do to figure out where you want to go. So my current role, it's kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of things. We're a small company and we're growing super fast. So while I am the HR director, sometimes I'm the IT department and sometimes I'm the desk builder and the TV mounter and just a number of other things. And so the best thing that my degree has done for me is just be prepared for anything, especially with me trying to finish school in the middle of COVID hitting and starting a whole new degree program in the middle of that. And then, we had that ice storm come out of nowhere. And so I just always on your toes, prepared for anything. The job hunt, that can wear you down pretty quickly. I probably applied for over 100 jobs before I found the one that I was currently in. Just, every day come home from work on LinkedIn and go through, see what's new today, what else has been posted out there, and submit your resume and submit a cover letter for every single one. That takes a lot, having to write a cover letter, going back to the job description and saying, what are they looking for? How can I make my current role, my previous experience fit exactly what they're looking for so that I'm the best candidate for that job? And just staying on top of the jobs that you really want and following up with them saying, I'm really interested. I've got some more stuff that I can send you to show my experience. What can I do for you? Can I come in for an interview? Just staying on top of those jobs that you really, really want and doing the company research and finding out, what size company is best for me? What industry am I looking for? Things like that. I think most challenging and also probably my least favorite is, just the generic tell us about yourself. So I never know what they're asking for. Do you want to know about my school or my job experience? Do you want to know about me personally? I think the best way to answer that is maybe combine all three. I've heard it called your elevator speech before. If you get in on the ground floor of the elevator with the CEO of your dream company and you have until the top floor to make sure that he knows everything about you and wants to give you a job, what would you say? And I think that's the best way to answer that question is, start, my name is Callie. I'm a UNT grad. I've been working in real estate industry as the HR director for however long. I grew up in Denton. I live in wherever now. And, just make sure that they get a feel for you end to end, a minute to 2 minutes max. When I was doing my undergrad, I had my resume edited probably 100 times just a lot of back and forth with the all kinds of different people at the Career Center. I got to know them pretty well through that. When I was applying for grad schools, Cortina Phipps and Dan Nagley helped me out a bunch. They were both writing recommendation letters for me. And now that I am a hiring manager at my current job, I've been in contact with Brian in the Career Center, and he has been able to send me some amazing candidates for internships and some of our entry level positions. And that has been a huge help, even as, I guess, a graduate.